just honored today to be with Patricia Carrero, who is one of the rising stars in Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico born and raised native. And I just kind of wanted to chat with you, Patricia, this morning. I know that you have read Why Puerto Rico Now. Good morning.
Good morning, Adam. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and to represent the Puerto Rican youth, because when it comes time to rebuild, what do you want to rebuild? Do you want to rebuild what you had that didn't work? And so we're in a particular situation that differs from other countries, because after a disaster, you have to ask yourself these questions. You have to do a historical analysis, and you have to make an intentional choice about the direction that you want to move in. And I think, like, as we're speaking now, what the Puerto Rican youth is so key for is using that voice, making that choice. We can get at the root of the problem. Failed economic model. Okay, then what could we do? A new economic model. And I think your book is really good on that too, because it kind of gives you the elements of what could be a new economic model, how the future is looking, so that we can position ourselves correctly, and not in a vague way, because you did a really good analysis of why, literally the title of the book, Why Puerto Rico. So why we tend to think about resources, right? Like economic, financial resources, like natural resources. Intellectual resources in Puerto Rico are prime. I mean, the conversations I've overheard are impressive. There are so many people coming here with the mentality of being a part of the future, of making a positive change, of incorporating these new technologies, of developing new ways of thinking. And what better place to do that than here, where all the old ways of thinking have failed? Looking at the images and the way that the text is so the chapter summaries, like the way it's all organized, what I like too is it made it accessible. This is a book that I'm definitely going to keep around and kind of revisit as I go on in this journey of wherever this takes me, because I can't read this book and not do anything about it. I told you this before, one of the key words that you used was, we have an opportunity to leapfrog. So there's a challenge, and yet there is a silver lining where we could jump over that challenge and arrive at an even better destination. So the energy grid is in shambles, leapfrogging to decentralized solar systems. So we're having issues right now with funding, opportunity to create a supranational economy that incorporates the diaspora. People are moving out of Puerto Rico. Again, opportunity to incorporate them into our economy via all of these new technologies. And so that's so exciting. That it gets me so fired up to think about how all of these things that are being talked about as issues can actually be opportunities for us to leapfrog.
And just imagine what the world would look like when your population triples simply because of the use of the technology. I mean, it's pretty amazing and crazy to think about.
On that, because it's just about everybody, all hands on deck. What are you in the music industry? You can help the country. What are you in the biotech industry? You can help the country. What are you working for NASA in whatever state? You can help the country. So it's just everybody kind of getting involved, and there's such a richness, a vitality, a sazon, like a flavor. I think like the music of Puerto Rico is just it's such a representation of who we are as a country.
And so that was kind of part of my motivation of writing the book, was I didn't want people to think that there's only one way to do things in Puerto Rico. And so Why Puerto Rico Now really provides a lot of different solutions.
I want everybody to read this book too, because I want us all to get together on a round table and discuss why Puerto Rico now. So I want these people to come back now, right? I would love to read the headline in a few years, but I want people to start thinking about relocating, about putting hands on deck, about básicamente aprovechar, to make the most of these opportunities, because if we don't, somebody else will. And that's why there's a sense of urgency for me. If we don't take care of these market gaps, if we don't address the future of sustainability, and that's what brought me back, Adam, that thing brought me back. If we don't do it, who will? So if I leave my country and I come back in 30 years, who am I leaving it to? Like, who's gonna be in charge of the decision making? Who's gonna be a pioneer? Who's gonna make educational travel grants? If not me, if not us, right? So there's a sense of urgency of why Puerto Rico now, right now.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end on that note. That just really made my day. And Patricia, thank you so much. I look forward to continuing to talk about why Puerto Rico now. Thank you.
Me too. Thank you, Adam.